This has been my life lately. Hey bitches, welcome back to my motherfucking channel. This has been my life lately, bro. ¿Qué le quieres decir a la gente? Akira. Look at that. Look at that hair. Yes, bitch, I gave birth. Okay, there's so much we gotta talk about. I don't even know the last video that I filmed or I even uploaded. So the last video I uploaded was 4 months ago, and it was a Saturday reset. There's some people that are against pacifiers. Bitch, if that pacifier works and the baby takes it, give that motherfucking pacifier, bitch. Because you know how I'm talking to you guys, and I'm talking to you guys in like 3-4 different topics. Get used to it, bitch, because that's how I am. Literally, I can show you my group chat messages. I'm not gonna show you. Well, y'all can't see that. Let me start from the beginning, bitch. Okay. First of all, I gave birth. I was supposed to give birth July 13th. They told me, oh, your second child comes faster, mama. You're gonna give birth July 4th, mama. Girl, when I tell you this pretty little lady that I'm holding right here, she didn't want to come out. She didn't want to come out. I had to get induced for the second motherfucking time. Luckily, so okay, quick recap with my son. I got into he just ate shit, bro. ¿Estás bien? I got induced with my son, Romeo. I got induced at 42 weeks, 41 weeks, almost 42 weeks. I was in the hospital like 5 days, but 3 days I was recuperating. No, 4 days I was recuperating, and 1 day I pushed him out. So I went at 9 a.m. and I didn't give birth until the next morning at 8 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So a good 24 hours. I was pushing for 2 hours. I tore hella. There's 4 degrees. I tore to the 3rd one, bitch. Yeah, he didn't want to come out. He literally looked and said, take me out, bitch, because I'm not leaving. And that's what the motherfucking nurse did, or the doctor. She went and put her whole motherfucking arm inside of my vajayjay and took him out, bitch. He yanked him out, bro. And that's why I tore. Anyways, traumatic as fuck. Okay, traumatic as fuck. First experience. Second experience was baby girl Mia. My light just went out, sorry. Baby girl Mia, she was like, I'm not coming out. So I got induced, right? I was supposed to give birth July 13th. I got induced July 18th, 5 days later. And she was like, I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out, mom. Like, you're probably gonna have to yank me out of here too. Okay. I went in. They called me the night before, right? And they were like, oh, tomorrow we're gonna call you when to come in, so that way we have your room ready and you don't have to wait hours and hours to get admitted. I was like, alright, bet. I was fucking squatting, I was dancing, I was fucking eating spicy ass motherfucking noodles, I was stimulating my nipples. I was doing so much fucking shit, bitch. I was doing everything in the motherfucking bug, bitch. She didn't want to come out. I was like, man, I didn't want to get induced. I don't want that penicillin shit. No, not penicillin. Pitocin. I don't want none of that, you know? So I was like, I want to do this natural as fuck, but she doesn't want to come out. Fuck it. I'm tired of being pregnant, bro. I'm tired of it. Okay, go in. No, hold on. They call me at 4 a.m. 4 in the motherfucking morning, bitch. And they're like, come in an hour. 5 a.m. I was like, oh my god. Ever since I bleached my motherfucking hair, when I shower, it's curly, but if I don't put hair products in, then that bitch is dry as fuck. It's poofy. It's not pretty. So I was like, okay, let me straighten my hair. So I was straightening my hair. I woke baby daddy up, and I was like, hey, get our son ready. Honestly, the hardest fucking part of this whole labor and delivery was not being with my son, bro. Like, I was crying, and I knew that he was gonna miss us. And at one point, like, I only stayed there 2 nights. At one point, he didn't want to eat, he didn't want to sleep, nothing, bitch. And I was crying. Me and baby daddy were crying. We were crying. We're pussies, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to show your motherfucking emotion, bitch. It's okay to cry. Anyways, also my AC is down. They were supposed to fix it Monday. It's Wednesday. He was gonna come up, but then my husband was coming up, and they told my husband instead. They're like, oh, this one bitch hasn't approved it, so that's why we haven't even ordered the part for you. Mama. What the fuck? I have a newborn. It gets hot, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, back to the story. We're getting ready. We go to the hospital. We get admitted. Everything's going great. By the time I go in, they told me, they were like, oh, you're 1 centimeter open. Bitch, one centimeter? A week before my inducement, I had my OBGYN appointment, right? No más quieres estar en el chisme, ¿verdad? Quieres estar en el chisme. I was 1 centimeter, bitch. You're saying that 2-mile walk that I walked, that exercise, all that motherfucking shit didn't work? Girl, I don't know if it's her, I don't know if it's my body, I don't know, but I thought I was like 3 centimeters here. I thought I was 3 centimeters. You're telling me I'm only 1 centimeter, bitch? That's crazy. They were quick about it, which is what I love. Which is what I was like, oh shit, all right. Almost every hour we did something different, right? They tell me, okay, we're gonna put 2 balloons in your vajayjay. That is gonna help you dilate. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, bet. And the doctor comes in, and she was like, no, my doctor was a guy. He was amazing, bro. He was like, honestly, I'm so motherfucking happy that I'm in a generation that understands and hears women out more. You feel me? Because I have never felt so understood and so helped out and everything. Like, I don't know. Amazing staff and everything. It's just, you know, there's little things like, I had big ass motherfucking bruises all over my arms because they couldn't find a vein. And where I had my IV, I still have a little bit of a bruise, but I think I took pictures. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's almost gone now. He comes in, he's explaining everything, and then he tells me, he's like, oh, do you want a shot or in my IV or some shit of fentanyl? And I'm like, my husband, he looks at me, he's like, no. And then he was like, oh no, it's not like the fentanyl in the streets, ha ha ha, you know. He was like, it's like for the pain, because everybody, when they put the balloon in your vajayjay, because it's long ass motherfucking stick, bitch. It's long. It's like the length of my arm, you know what I'm saying? And they fill it up with water and everything. And I looked at him, and because he told me, he was like, yeah, like everybody always asks for a shot of fentanyl because it hurts, you know. He's like, you want it? And I was like, no, I'm pretty good on high pain tolerance, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty good at it. I'm okay. And he's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, well, if it's uncomfortable or if it hurts, I can stop and I can give you that pain medication. And I was like, all right, bet. First of all, doctor good with his fingers, good with his hands, bitch. Like, I didn't feel shit. I didn't feel anything. And even he, like, after he was done, I was like, oh, you're done already? And he was like, you didn't feel none of that? I was like, no, like, it didn't hurt. And he's like, oh, wow, like, wow, you really do have high pain tolerance. I was like, yeah, I do. So anyways, they put that in me, right? Within 45 minutes, oh, sorry, before that, they also gave me like a small ass motherfucking pill, like hella small, of that's supposed to help me dilate as well. I took that. An hour later, didn't dilate. An hour later, they did that balloon. Within 45 minutes, I was watching Suits, because that's our motherfucking show. We already finished it, but that's our motherfucking show. Within 45 minutes, I went like this, and I looked at my husband, and I was like, I think my water broke. And he was like, what do you mean? And I went like, I took off the blankets, hella fucking just gushing water. I was like, what the fuck? It felt so weird, dude. It felt so weird. So then I called my nurse and I told her, oh yeah, I think my water broke. And she was like, what the heck? Like, it's only been 45 minutes, right? One of the two nurses that I first got were amazing. They literally said, yeah, it did, but the doctors wanted to do further testing, and the nurses were kind of annoyed. They're like, dude, her water broke, bro. Like, let's get it started. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so then my water breaks. And then they say, okay, now you're at 5 centimeters. And the doctor, my contractions start getting worse. So with my son, my contractions started getting worse at 6 centimeters dilated. With this baby girl, my contractions started getting worse at 5. So I was like, no, Romeo. So I was like, the doctor said, okay, let's get the epidural. Do you want the epidural? I was like, yeah, I do want it. He's like, okay, let's get it right now, because once you get to 6 centimeters, that you're considered in active labor. I was like, all right, bet. At this time, it was like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Yeah, it was like 8 p.m. And they're like, okay, during that whole period, there's like announcements right on the intercom, and there was a pediatric trauma unit. Something happened to a little kid, and everybody left and went over there to go help him out. And it was pretty sad. I was like, what the fuck? My nurse came back, and I was like, okay, I'll get the epidural. And she was like, oh, well, now, she didn't tell me you have to wait, but she told me you gotta wait because everybody's over there at the pediatric. And I was like, oh no, it's fine. Bitch, I sucked it the fuck up. I sucked it up for like an hour. My doctor came, and that's what he told me. And I was like, oh yeah, like, but is the anesthesiologist available? You know, he's like, oh yeah, they're available now. Let me call him. This motherfucking bitch that put the fucking epidural in my motherfucking back, bitch. Sorry for all the cussing, but that shit pisses me off. She poked me twice, first of all, and she was still trying to feel it out. And she's like, oh, is this the middle of your back? Bitch, I don't know. I'm hunched over, first of all. Second of all, I'm in pain. Third of all, you're looking at my back. Don't you see what the fuck the middle of my back is? I don't know. And at one point, she was like, okay, she pokes me, right? And she's like, okay, do you feel anything on the right side or left side? I'm like, right side. Pokes me again, right side. She's like, huh, you're supposed to feel it on your left side now. Pokes me again, and I was like, okay, yeah, I feel something on my left side. She's like, all right, bet. She's done, right? I'm like, thank fucking God. Thank God that you're done, bitch. So then I'm laying there, and at that point, I'm 7 centimeters. I kept jumping like 2 and then 3, right? I was 7 centimeters. I started feeling pressure down there. And my nurse, and bro, and all the computers at this point, it was like 10 p.m. All the computers shut down. Everything shut down. So they started doing everything by hand, right? Everything shut down, and I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, jumps to 7 centimeters, and I start, like, literally 40 minutes later. Yeah, it was like 11 p.m. at this point. It's 11 p.m. By that time, I start telling my my nurse, I'm like, I'm feeling a lot of pressure, like I need a poop, like I really need a poop. Literally 40 minutes before that, they checked me down there, and when they checked me, I was 7 centimeters. So then she looked at me, she was like, yeah, that's probably her head pushing down. You're only 7 centimeters, so you're gonna feel that, like it's normal. I'm like, all right, cool. I start going like this, and I start twisting and turning, and I look at her, I'm like, I told her straight the fuck up. I was like, I don't know if I'm a wuss or her head's down there. Like, I want to push. Like, I can't stop pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't hold it in. She was like, do you want me to tell him to check you again? I was like, yeah, tell him to check me. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Just come check me, bitch. Come check me. They both come, because one was in training. They both come, and they go. And at that point, I'm like, I can't hold it. I can't hold it. I need a poop. I need a poop. So then they're checking, and they're like, oh, yeah, mama, you're fully dilated. In my head, I was like trying to tell my fucking nurse, like, she was cool and all, but she didn't motherfucking believe me. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, I was like, stupid bitch. Like, I told you, bro. Anyways, I started pushing. Tell me why. Shouts out to those TikTokers, midwives. I was, trying to see how I can push differently and everything like that. I push thanks to the midwives on TikTok. When I pushed, bitch, I popped her out in 10 minutes. I gave 3 good motherfucking pushes, and she came the fuck out, bro. I'm proud of that shit. And the first question I asked was, did I tear? Because everybody and their mamas were telling me, you're gonna tear again. If you tore 3rd degree, you're gonna tear 3rd degree or 4th degree. Bitch, they're cleaning me up and everything. They're like, nope, you didn't tear. Bitch, when I tell you, I was so motherfucking happy. I was like, fuck yeah. Dude, I was so happy, bro. So happy. So anyways, I didn't tear. The only thing I got was a fever at the end, but that's because I was pushing. That's another fucking thing about that motherfucking same nurse. Before I started getting those pushing sensations, I told her, I was like, I think I have a fever. Can you check my temperature? She's like, yeah, I'll check it right now, but I'm about to switch, so I'll have the other nurse check you. That bitch wanted to skedaddle. That bitch wanted to fucking leave. I was like, all right, whatever. I ended up pushing, and at the end, they checked my temperature, and they were so fucking confused. They were like, did anybody check her temperature before that? Did she have a fever before that? Mama. And I was too motherfucking tired. I should have said something. I should have been like, yeah, I actually asked the nurse before you to check my temperature, and she didn't. But again, I was happy with not tearing. I was happy with having her out. I was happy, right? So then I only had a slight fever. They gave me Tylenol. It came down within 30 minutes, so I was fine. I gave birth Thursday night, right? They literally, Friday morning, they wanted to discharge me. They're like, oh yeah, you can go home. But then the pediatrics nurse, they're like, no, baby has to be here 24 hours to monitor her to make sure she's fine. She was fine. She was thriving. She was doing great. But yeah, so that's my birth story. It was great. It was not traumatic as the first one. It was amazing, but there was like little hiccups, like that nurse not listening, and then they poked me like 5 times in both arms. I had bruises, and the epidural girl, you know what I'm saying, like little stuff like that, it fucked me up, but I wasn't as fucked up as the first time, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so then yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm on my second week. Of or 3rd week. Yeah, I'm on my 3rd week of her postpartum, and it's been great. The only thing that affected me was my leg, my right foot, because it kept getting swollen, but now it's back to normal. My boobs were engorged for a whole week or two, but now it's good. But yeah, that's pretty much my birth story. I hope you guys enjoyed this fucking video. But I'm gonna start uploading more because I have a little bit more time. I just need to get a routine down. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, this birth story. I just wanted to share because I haven't updated you guys with anything. I hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.